Tyson, what were some of the takeaways for you personally after you went back and watched the game that you want to improve on now going into this week?
Yeah, I think just obviously continuing to hone in on the weekly process, just getting everything completely nailed down. And I think once you get out onto the field, just being able to read and react and just trust what you see and go through your progressions and value the ball above all else.
When you guys prepared for the Commanders earlier this year, what were the things that stuck out to you in the QB room about Montez Sweat?
How fast he was for his size. I thought that was the initial thing when you go in there on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and you see the scouting report. You see he's like 270, and he ran a 4.4, I think, in the combine back in his day. So that obviously stuck out immediately, and then just an overall good football player.
What are you seeing in the Saints defense from whatever studies you've done of them to this point?
Yeah, they're a veteran group. They've been together for a long time, and they don't hesitate. So they're where they're supposed to be. They're an older group, but like I said, everybody's where they're supposed to be, and they're sound in what they do. So we gotta hone it in this week and stay locked in like we were today.
What was the difference for you, if any, being on the road in a kind of a dome stadium against the Chargers, especially looking ahead to being in an actual dome now? What was the difference? Anything you learned from that experience that you'll be able to use this coming week?
No difference, just using silent cadence. Other than just speaking the cadence out, that was the only difference from being home versus away.
Right.
The tape from last week seemed to show you maybe passed up on some deeper throws. Did that show up to you, and maybe what was the reason behind it?
Yeah, I think one sticks out to me. You saying I passed up on deeper throws? Is that what you said?
Maybe some other options deeper down the field that you decided to go again. You went somewhere else.
Gotcha. Yeah, the one that sticks out to me, DJ had a read route there early in the second quarter. Other than that, I thought I took advantage of some deep shots and was able to go through my progressions pretty smoothly. But that one does stick out, and that's just eye discipline and having my body and eyes aligned to where I'm supposed to be at the right time.
What did you see on the 3rd and 3 play where it looked like Mooney might have been open for first down? You ended up going to Cole Kmet, and you're just short on that first down there.
Yeah, so he had a speed out. Nickel was outside leverage and kind of initially jumped, but DJ did a good job with the rub route, so I just got to stick on that just a little bit longer. But, I didn't necessarily like what I saw initially, so just going through my progressions, and that was the extent of it. But, yeah, just be able to trust that everybody's going to do their job and get the ball out to Moon on time.
On the first interception, when I think you guys were all talking about how their coverage changed, so it dictated the routes changing for Moore and for Mooney. Where are you supposed to go when it's that zone look? When it changes in that, like where should the ball have gone?
I should have progressed inward to Mooney.
Coach Eberflus was talking to us earlier and said that he addressed the team about David Walker being fired. Just what was the message to the players? What's the players' reaction to that, and what's the message to the players about that?
It was short and sweet. He kind of just said that players and coaches and everybody in the building needs to do their job at a certain level, and he wasn't. He something happened and he wasn't doing that, so they let him go. But that was the extent of it. I'm not really too sure exactly what the details were.
Up to this point, it seems like you've shown good command of the huddle, good operation of the offense, confidence, all of those things. But as you start to stack starts here, is there anything else more that you want to show the team now beyond that? Like, okay, I can do this, I can command the huddle, offense, etc.
No, I don't want to do anything else than my job at the highest level possible. That's about the extent of it from as soon as I got here, and that'll be what I'll continue to try and get done.
Tyson, when you went back and watched the tape of the Chargers, was there a reason why the running game wasn't able to be established like it was against the Raiders?
I think it just all goes back to the slow start. I think that can have an effect on the offense, just with early hiccups that we had, and then I think that later on in the game we were able to crease a couple runs there, and but it's all about that quick start. Pass game or run game, you can get off to a hot start in either one of those. That can usually carry into the second, third quarter at least. So just being able to start a little bit faster was my biggest take.
The Superdome is notoriously loud, and SoFi Stadium isn't necessarily. What are you guys doing to make sure that you're comfortable on Sunday?
Just great communication, thorough communication. Just kind of re-emphasizing communication at a more extent level, and then just listening up, no talking in the huddle, and just be as loud as I can.
Did you use silent counts at all in college?
No.
So this last Sunday was the first time?
Practice was,
So
training camp was the first time.
What's the trick to being good at that?
I'm not sure. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I think everybody does it the same. So I don't know if anybody's better than anybody else at the silent count.
Tyson, structure today, going walkthrough as opposed to practice for obviously reasons. How does that change your preparation from a typical Wednesday? And what do you have to do to kind of compensate for not having those practice reps?
It doesn't for me. Just as a team during the walkthrough, just it's on everybody's mind, and coach kind of reemphasized it. Just this is a real mental day. So be locked into what's going on. No errors, because we're not operating at 100 miles an hour. So really honing in on the details, and then after practice, taking advantage of plays that you want to get done at full speed is what we did in the QB room. So not much of a difference, just more emphasis on the mental aspect.
Tyson, maybe this is not an issue for you, but this is your third start. Is there any benefit to kind of settling in, being in a routine, settling into this role as starter, being in a routine, and being able to do it, a third week in a row? Is there any comfort level, anything different, or anything better, any benefit to be?
Yeah, I think repetition is the mother of all learners. So the more reps I can get at this full speed, at this full speed in the game, I'm sure the more comfortable I'll be. So it's always good to continue to get reps, and I'm just looking forward to continue to develop the best that I can through this time.
Tyson, on the first drive, the Bosa sack, obviously there's nothing really you can do when he gets there that quickly, but I think you guys were up against with the play clock. Was there anything in the operation that could have been different on that play to help out?
No, I thought that I'm always conscious of the play clock. I think it was a extentful play call. So be able to get it done, get the motion done. We were in a good we were in a good look for the play, and got it snapped before the clock ran out. So anytime you can do that, especially on the road, it's that was no issue.
Khalil Mack said he could sense that your internal clock was going a little bit faster. Did you get that sense, or was that the game plan to try to make sure you were getting the ball out as fast as possible?
They have Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. They've got a solid D line. They pressured their a little bit. So really, yeah, just going through my progressions as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. It wasn't like I was wanting to get the ball out faster than I normally do. It's just kind of just playing the game the way I know how.
Tyson, you've talked to us about your kind of focus on what's ahead each day. Has that ever gotten harder? I mean, obviously today there are things outside your control that have nothing to do with the game that have changed, and you got the big trade yesterday, all these different things, more distractions than you probably had in college. Has it been challenging at all to just continue keeping the way you do things?
No, I think that this has been, like you said, the things out of my control. I don't think anybody's necessarily worried about those things. I think everybody's done a great job, coaches and player-wise, of being focused and putting a solid game plan together for the Sunday.
Thanks, guys.